You played with Devil Pinkman? That guy? He's really toxic, man. This guy? I have him avoided. Terrorblade, right?
Prepare for battle! If you want peace, you must prepare for war. If you want war, you must also prepare for war.
Smart. Smart.
The lesson is always prepare for
You
war.
don't know anyone yet? It's fine. If the guys are losing, this is the first guy that will actually blame everyone. Devil Pinkman. Devil Pink. Let me update it here. Well, you know me already. I mean, I've been here in 6K MMR bracket for quite some time now. So I'm really hoping that I could go to the 7K soon. Let's see. Immortal. Terrorblade. Let's see if your gameplay is worthy of an Immortal. As you said, you're just new to this bracket. What's your peak MMR, Hansel? Unmuting people or muting people? What happened? What happened?
30 seconds to battle.
Did you mute them? Or they are pre-muted and then you unmuted them? 6-3, that's your highest? Okay, it's fine. But since when you got it? Since when you got that MMR? They're pre-muted. You will. I'm sure you know why they're pre-muted. I mean, even from my statement, I'm saying that they're toxic,
The
man.
battle begins.
It's a good decision of you. Well, here I didn't check the draft itself, but I don't see any random things in here. Well, the only random thing that I could say is there's a possibility that the Lina is mid, playing against Queen, because Lina is much better against Queen, in theory. So you could have like Timbersaw and then Void Spirit support, possibly. Lina mid. If it's Lina mid, it's gonna stomp. It's a good thing that you're playing classic. I like it. Around January, okay. So thinking about the laning stage in here, since it's a Timbersaw, now you saw Ogre as well. 4 heroes basically. I don't like that you have this Enigma +5, but I guess he watched too much DPC, capping Thompson or Naughty, I think. So what do you think about the laning stage? Since it's gonna be, dude, there's no indication that there's ward in there. What the fuck? So the gameplay, or what I'm thinking here in this lane, is that once the Timbersaw got level 5 or even level 4, you cannot pressure him. You cannot do anything about this Timbersaw. Level 4 alone. How much more if it's like level 5, level 6? It's gonna be harder for you to play against Timbersaw. And then another thing is that you only have Enigma support, in which you will. Okay, so you basically go for last pick. You know for sure that you're gonna play against Timbersaw, right? So you accepted the fact that you will lose the lane because you picked Terrorblade into Timbersaw, which is a natural counter to Timbersaw because the illusions will be cleared easily, and in the laning stage he will shit on you. So this is basically giving up. I mean, you did good in the first wave or two, but once your metamorphosis is out, you will do nothing in this lane. Let's see the graphs. I knew it. Honestly, this is really a very bad pick on Terrorblade. I don't know why you picked it. I mean, one of the reasons that I saw why you're gonna pick Terrorblade is because it's good against Lifestealer. It's good against Lifestealer. It's good against Lina. It's good against Ogre. But you're gonna be good against them once you have BKB. You're gonna be good against Lifestealer once you have Scaddy. Right? But you're not thinking about the laning stage. All I could say. You have the last pick. Right? So and then you just basically countered yourself in this game. I will not recommend you heroes that could actually do more or better because I don't know your playstyle yet. I don't know your history of your game. But to me, it seems like you really countered yourself. Because, yeah, you'll see it here. I mean, we saw the graphs, right? 10 minutes, you're so behind. So it's a good thing that you have the creeps in here, because like what I've said, after the meta is gone, you cannot do anything. Deny, no. He will just go on the. Wraith Band is always good in Terrorblade, but you might want to consider it if you want to go for Wraith Band in here. Or you can go for Magic Stick or Magic One thing, because they keep using a lot of spells in here. You will really take advantage of that Magic Stick, because what gives you what Wraith Band gives you? Armor, attack speed, which it's always good as well with your illusions, right? The more stats you have, the better illusions you'll have. So it's a good thing that the creep equilibrium is still in here. Like the Lina didn't even try to deward this, like destroy, like unblock this camp, and then try to pull it here. Because what will happen if, or once the Lina fix the lane for this Timbersaw, you need to play around here. You will really need to play around here or here just to contest the scripts. And if that what happens, you'll be out of position and then they will shit on you. They will really kill you. So far so good. Though you keep on you keep getting pressured. Although you're doing fine, but in reality, the higher you go, you'll get more punished by this pick specifically. And then the effects will be your teammate is gonna be mad at you because why would you pick Terrorblade in the first place, right? They'll be tilted because they know that you will lose the lane. I mean, the Timbersaw is your Enigma is doing good to make them busy, secure your lane, but since it's a Terrorblade, you cannot play aggressive. You just need to play farm. Lina is overstepping, but I don't think you can kill him. Yeah, you cannot kill him. So this is what I'm talking about now. Look at the positioning of the creeps. It's gonna be dangerous for you to play. Yeah, good thing you're doing the aggro. Pop the meta just to make sure. Lina is back. Did you check the skill build of Enigma? Maybe you could get a kill or two. Of course, there's the demonic conversion, right? Your illusion. Okay. So you don't have any more tango, and then possibly will be harassed. Okay. Does your Enigma will sustain you? Nice. It's good. Good support. But yeah, I just need to jungle now. But you still need to buy Tango or Salve just to sustain yourself. Because it's not yet 7 minutes in where you could actually get neutral items like Possess Mask is really good on you. This part will be really boring. Yeah, it is really boring. It's good thing that you actually stop laning in the bottom lane, but you actually just you actually ask for it. You pick Terrorblade into Timbersaw. Of course they will shit on you. That will be happen if you pick like this. Trust me.
behind their fortifications.
If you're gonna keep on picking heroes like this in that game, I'm sure you will tilt your teammates. Power trade.
Dire
Okay.
structures are fortified.
Power trades, yeah. So you've used both branches. Okay. And still unable to finish. Okay.
Dire's middle
Um.
tower is under attack.
Okay. So Linus punished by the queen, but
Bottom tower is under attack.
look what you're doing right now in this game. Like the queen of Pain is forced to rotate because you are getting bullied by just a mere position 4. And what happened is that they killed the Lycan.
War has come to
Right.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This is the effect of picking this kind of hero. Although I keep repeating myself, but I want you to realize how bad your pick is. Your team is forced to react on you now, forced to babysit you because of this pick. You're basically griefing the game right now. You'll be useless for the rest of the time. Like for the next 20 minutes, you'll be useless. Clarity. I think one of the cheap items that you could buy here just to farm efficiently, it's getting more popular in here. Instead of going for the raids band, people will go for Falcon Blade on Terrorblade. OG just did an owner reverse. They're doing MMR. Okay. But Dane, I will not talk to them first. I will not talk about OG for now. I'll focus on this replay analysis. Okay. Is it worth it? I mean, the Falcon Blade? It is really worth it. Look at the stats. 1.1k only, right? And then that means you will never buy clarities again. Trust me. I've tried the item on heroes like Spectre, which is mana heavy hero, the Spectre. I never bought a single clarity when I go for Falcon Blade. Although that is from my experience, maybe you haven't tried it before. I mean, what's the point of this Thunder? It's too early. You can just hold the point. So see it right here. Since they're going on you, I'm sure you're crying for help. You're easy to burst. So what will happen? Your Queen of Pain is here again, trying to help you.
Tower is under attack.
This is not worth it at all. You ask, okay, Possess Mask, this is the best item for you to farm.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Where are you going now?
War has come
Windlays,
to
okay?
Radiant's
Just
bottom
to
tower.
move faster
Radiant's bottom
from camps to
tower
camps.
was not involved.
Yeah, farm it. Use the illusion. When it comes to the farming thing, Hansel, I don't know if you know it yet, but if you're gonna talk about this kind of ancient, you need to take care of this first. This granite golem, because it gives the additional health on these guys, like 920. If there is no aura, if you kill this first, yeah, I don't see another ancient, but yeah, if you kill it first, like the HP is not gonna be 920 on those small golems.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's gonna be around 800 because it's 15, right? 15%. You'll farm faster. Like every second is really worth it
bottom tower is under
for Terrorblade because you're just farming, right? You don't want to waste a single second. Although this is a free kill. It shouldn't happen in the first place, but I don't know. Maybe he thought it's worth it because you use metamorphosis on him, but it's not really worth it.
much like cordwood before axe's axe. Radiant's bottom tower
So
is
the only hero that has a good game on you is only Lycan and Bounty, kind of, and they are in top lane, right? And then the Queen is actually losing because I don't know, he got stumped as well. Now it's going back. Is this an account buyer? Or this guy's really good? He mainly plays support. Dragonlance? I think that your decision about Dragonlance is only for more stats, right? So, and attack range as well. So basically, you don't want to fight right now. We just want to farm. Keep on farming, get on farming. Yep. I'm actually surprised that the enemy is not moving the Timber Soul in here. Like in the mid lane, and then push it. They can actually push it and take it. But the Timber Soul loves staying in bottom lane. Especially with the catapult wave, they should go on the mid lane instead of bottom lane. Yeah, ignore them for the time being. Farm your items. Like you're getting your Dragonlance. Now that they cleared the top lane, you should play around there now. No, you should not. Okay. Well, you got your Metamorphosis, it's good. But what are you getting in here? Did you get anything? That farm? 2, 3 creeps only? 3 creeps only. Imagine if you go top. Like, imagine if you go top. Like, if you go top, you will possibly force this life stealer away, in which you are stopping him from farming and then from taking this tier 1 top. Right? So in return, you will be able to farm because the life stealer will be afraid of you, and then you manage to defend your tower, in which less space for the enemy, and it will be much safer for you to play. So life stealer TP there. I mean, you need to go up and push it, farm it. I mean, did you really go for Manta style in this game? What are the things that you could do with Manta style in here? Like cancel the dispel the ignite of the ogre. What else? Dodge the Laguna, kind of. And then if Void has the upgraded Aghanim's, you can dispel the silence. Timbersaw, it's not gonna be worth it. So I would love to contest your idea about about this Manta style of yours, because I'm thinking that Sanjin Yasha is much better in this game. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree that Sanjin Yasha is much better in this game? I want to know your opinion about Sanjin Yasha as a whole over Manta style in this game. This is the time that you should fight, because you have your Dragonlance. In any case, the fight is over. Can't. And he seemed like your team is forcing you to fight, right? Even me, I'll do the call that you fight with us. You have meta, you have Dragonlance. What are you waiting? I totally understand why they are calling you to go there. I think I like Manta more so I can abuse split push. Okay, you can really abuse the split push, but it's gonna take. Look at your mana pool. You're always out of mana, and then the enemies. The only enemy that cannot deal with your illusion is only Lifestealer and Ogre, right? But when it comes to the Void Spirit, Lina, Timbersaw, they can always take care of your illusions. In which I really prefer Sanjin Yasha in this game because they have a very limited stuns for you. Very limited stuns, and then you'll have like additional status resistance, self-healing, lifesteal. It's always gonna be better. To me though, it's really gonna be better in this game. I mean, even here at this point though, look how your team's playing, and then you're playing in mid. You need to abuse the space. Now you need to get back. Are you okay? Why you're dragging the wave? You just fed the illusion. I'll take your word of it. It really depends on the scenario, Hansel. Don't get me wrong. In this scenario though, I only think that the Sanjin Yasha is gonna be better because they have a very limited stun. And so aside from they have limited stuns, they can clear your illusions quickly. Lena Timbersaw. They can easily take care of your illusion. That's why if you go for Manta style, you will use more mana, and then you will give more golds than to the enemy because they can easily clear it, right? With the level 12 illusion on the Terrorblade, it's like 24 gold. Although it's really small, but it's still gold. Imclaw. If you go for Imclaw, you will not have the lifesteal. You're kind of late though, but it's fine. At least you're here. But you don't have mana now. You just pop meta and then you just scare them away. To me here, since you're late when it comes to the TP, Hansel, the better thing for you to do is abuse the space that they're providing to you. So see it right here. At this point, there are 4 heroes here, right? There are 4 heroes. So what I would recommend you to do instead of tipping back here is to go here to take this mid tower. Abuse the space because you saw the life shooter in here as well, right? So what will happen is this: you keep it in here. You're so late. You're just gonna chase them out. But what will happen next? Let's say you win the fight. You will try to take this tower, right? But this tower doesn't mean anything. Yes, it is free space, but are you strong enough to invade the jungle, to the triangle? Whereas if you played here and walk in here, take the mid tower, who's gonna defend it? Lifestealer? He cannot defend it right now. If you take this tower mid lane, it's gonna be much easier for it to play. Like here. Because they have no more TP spot for the tower. If you take this tower, your team can easily go here, invade here or here, connect here. And then what is it for you? It's gonna be Roshan. And then triangle. More control, pretty much. If you take this mid tower. So let's play out. Yeah, I didn't think about it that much. It's fine. I mean, your reaction is really late. You need to ask yourself, do you really want to chase them down with Metamorphosis? Like, if I'm your offlaner and then we are providing space to you and then you will join here, at that point, I will not really appreciate your efforts. But yeah, you cannot even take objectives, right? You cannot even take objectives because they respawn already and you don't have any more spells, right? Whereas if you just went to the mid, you don't even need to use the Metamorphosis there just to take it out because 4 people is there, right? So long way to play in the 6K. It's fine. The time that they call you right there, I think the Lycan is the one talking to you. I think, or even this bounty hunter. When you type in all chat like can't, I'm sure that they check your items, in which you just completed your Dragonlance and then you have your Metamorphosis active. So that's why they made the call. Because the higher the MMR you go, the more abusive they are when it comes to the info. Let's say, yeah, you have your Metamorphosis on cooldown. Look what they're doing right now. They're taking the bot tier 2. And you cannot do anything about it. Your team cannot do anything about it. Because you have nothing. Right? And if they're gonna defend it, it's gonna be dangerous for them. Because of the high ground leverage. Because of the topography itself of the area. Like they have high ground in here. If you go in here, they can go on you. If you come in here, they can initiate on you from the top or from the high ground. Oh boy, you should not play in the bottom lane. I mean, I don't know why they're defending the bottom lane. Because after winning the team fight, they cannot convert anything to objective. Wait, what? Why are they moving like this? So see, they killed Ogre, Boss 5, and then Timber only, with the chase. And then the cost is the Queen, which is your position 2, and then your Enigma, position 5. Is it worth it or not? Although it's not your mistake, or it's not your bad, but at least I wanted to realize that, like, how bad their macro movement is in the map. Because if it's really me, if I'm the one playing the Terrorblade, I will tell them that, dude, just don't defend it. We take this mid, then we play here. We take Roshan. Easy MMR. Right? Because after they chase so far, they cannot convert into something objective. This is the only objective which is near. But it will not achieve anything compared to this mid tower, which is standing there for the longest time. What you can do, Hansel, is tell your team about it as well. That, guys, I have Metamorphosis. I want to take objective, like mid tower. So what is this? You even committed Metamorphosis just to plus 5. This one is really bad decision. Trust me. Then you will possibly die. He didn't use Rage. What the fuck is this guy? He didn't use Rage. I mean, to be honest, Hansel, if you killed the Ogre there with the Metamorphosis, I'll take it any day. If I'm the Ogre, I'll take it. But it's just stupid of this Lifestealer to actually die on me. You have Rage. The Lifestealer has Rage. Why would he not use it when you're casting your Sunder? Right? It's just bad. It's just bad Lifestealer. You're getting away with your decisions. Like committing Metamorphosis on just position 5 Ogre. Not that good. Yeah, you can take the tier 1 mid, but after they realize that you don't have Metamorphosis, they can go on you again. No meta, no safe ship, no black hole. They will smoke, fight, or even take Roshan if they pleased. But yeah, they really messed up with the team fight. I think that's because of the fact that the Lifestealer died already, in which it shouldn't happen in the first place. If you died in there, you can never continue to fight because you're dead. But since you're able to Sunder and then kill the Lifestealer, they managed to see hope that they could win the fight. You're just lucky. Please don't commit your Metamorphosis on position 5. Never again. It's gonna be painful for you as a team. Trust me. It's gonna be hard for you to play. Especially we're talking about Terrorblade in here. In which, if he doesn't have Metamorphosis, he will just farm. He's useless. Right? Even here. You're not doing anything. Now that you have Metamorphosis, that's the time for it to go. And then, yeah, kill the Ogre. It's good. What's next? Farm? You sure? Okay, you cannot take any more objectives, right? It feels to me that whenever you use Metamorphosis, you're not forcing issues. Like, you're not taking advantage or objectives. You're just gonna use the Terrorblade just to scare them away and then get a kill. And then farm. Which is a very bad usage of Metamorphosis. In higher MMR tiers though, if you won't change this habit of yours, like, do you really play carry, Hansel? Do you really play carry, safe lane? I need to know. You have Tekis Shaker, boss 4. So since your main position is support, you should know, or you need to practice that you always think about the consequences whenever you use such a long cooldown spell, right? Like Metamorphosis, like Black Hole, right? You should abuse those things as position 4. It must be a habit of you. Even then, you're not even using your Manta Style to farm. So, and then going for Aghanim's, okay. See it right there? You're really getting away without Metamorphosis. Like, it's on cooldown and then the enemy is just happy or content into farming. Like the enemy is not waiting for any cooldowns, right? They have this Void Spirit, which has a very low cooldown. This one is don't really have cooldown. This one is really low cooldown as well. And of course, Lifestealer only cooldown is Rage. So they have a very big window for them to actually strike. Nice cancel. But that I could say that you guys are bad, but the enemy is worse. Like Dota 2 is a matter of who punished harder, in which you guys are actually punishing the enemy for their passiveness. But yeah, the enemy is just not punishing you guys, especially without metamorphosis. You're just a walking creep in there, right? Even though you have double damage, the best thing that you did there is you saved the Lycan's life. That's it. That's the only thing that you did, because you don't have metamorphosis. That's how useless you are in a team fight if you don't have metamorphosis. The enemy is just not punishing you guys. So what is happening? Are you talking to them? Could I have surrendered for myself there? I mean, it backfired to you, right? I mean, in the first place, if the metamorphosis is on cooldown, I will tell my team that, dude, or guys, don't fight yet. My metamorphosis is on cooldown, right? What I will do is I will ping my metamorphosis cooldown, so they would know how much time it needs to be on active. I will spam ping it. And then I'll spam as well that I have it scattered. Because if you communicated to your team that your metamorphosis is on cooldown, I doubt that they will actually go and dive in here, right? I'm really sure that they will not dive if you tell them that the meta is on cooldown, right? Because you're position 4 as well, right? That's your main position, soft support, right? If your carry is telling you that there's something that they needed to play, like BKB or Metamorphosis, I'm sure you will wait for it, right? You will not dive like this guy did. Because you know for sure that your carry is not gonna be there to help you. The carry will be useless, especially Terrorblade, right? No meta on Terrorblade is really useless. So you need to coordinate or communicate with your teammate, please. Like tell them that the cooldown of your metamorphosis, at least. I don't know if you're communicating with them or whatnot, but clearly there are lapses in the communication. You guys are not in the same page. The 4 heroes wanted to fight, but you cannot actually fight. Because if they know that your meta is on cooldown, they will not fight. But now that your meta is active, you should actively fight. Which is good. Go to Timber. Okay. No more Yules. You cannot even kill a guy. Just TP it in your face. You deal insane amount of damage, but you need to have someone that will lock down the target. Interest. They're alive. Is this the best objective you will take? Tier 1 bottom? Or you guys will take tier 2 as well? Aghanims. And then you TP'd. Remember what I told you earlier, Hansel, when it comes to picking the proper fights, where and when to take the fights? Because what happened in here is that you keep fighting in bottom, although you don't have any objective to take. Yeah, you managed to win, but you only tier 1 bottom. But if you guys play around here, like you engage in here, if you killed 2 heroes in here, it's gonna be Roshan, right? You don't have Metamorphosis in here, and then especially the queen, bought back. She needs Aegis. Um, you need to command your team as well, not just listen to their calls. You need to use your voice. You're the carry. They will be the one that will adjust to your calls. You cannot carry a team if they don't listen to you. So yeah, that's all that you got. After committing the metamorphosis, only tier 1 bottom. You need to be more picky when it comes to the fights, especially for metamorphosis. I think you're getting dragged by your teammates. Like if they tell you something, you'll just agree, and then follow. Is that what happened in here, Hansel? Because it feels like it. That you're just following orders from your team. You're not the one leading them. They voice chat. Okay, that's really a problem then. Do you use voice chat as well, like expressing your thoughts and ideas into the game? Did you tell them what's your plan, or how do you want to approach the fights, or no? Nah, it's gonna be bad if you just follow. It's gonna be bad. See how useless they are? If you pop meta, you cannot easily kill the Timbersaw, the Void Spirit, because they will just run you. They'll just run away. The only kill that you can easily take is Ogre, Lina, and then Lifestealer. So since you don't have any more metamorphosis, you're just gonna die. Or Sunder. So Hansel, I think I've seen enough of your game, and I find your weaknesses. Do you have any questions for me? Like how I analyze your game? Any questions or any points? Just to clarify? Anything. Don't worry. Any questions? No questions. It's really good. Okay. Guess I need not much, so there is a question. Because you said not much, which means little. I learned a lot today. It's good. That's good. I mean, if you will not work on the things that I will say to you, you'll probably go back to Divine, or even in the 5K bracket. First thing that you need to really work on is pick a proper hero. Pick a proper hero. Although you managed to win the game, but the draft itself is, you really counted yourself, right? 5 minutes into the game and you're out of the bottom lane because of your pick itself, right? Because of your pick itself, because you picked Terrorblade. And then what happened when you picked Terrorblade? Your team keeps on reacting to you because you're dying. They are going on you. Your team reacted on you. So what happened is that instead of focusing their gameplay into making moves into the map, you force them to keep on reacting to you early game. That's why the Lifestealer, top lane really went well. Because it's a counter on Lifestealer, the bounty hunter. But when it comes to the mid and then the bottom, it's a disaster. Especially bottom. But yeah, Queen decided to help you as well. That means the Void Spirit is free farming. So that's the first thing that you need to do. Talk about the draft. Because 50% of the game, it's gonna be over because of just drafting wise. Hero choices. Although everything can happen in Dota 2, but execution wise, you don't want to find yourself to be playing from behind, like waiting for the enemy to commit mistakes and then you punish. You don't want to wait for those scenario. What's better is you guys are the one stomping the lanes, and then you guys are the one throwing the game instead of making a comeback. But of course, it really depends on you if you learned it. Like you really need to pick a better hero aside from comfort pick. You need to widen your hero pool. You need to ask yourself what's good in the laning, what's good in the mid game. How do you want to approach the game? Like having a overall game plan, because your game plan in this game is like you're just gonna farm, meta, use, fight. But another thing is the skill usage as well. When you use the metamorphosis, it's not the best metamorphosis usage that I have. You in mid you use it just to kill ogre, although the life stealer fucks up, and then metamorphosis just to scare them away in bottom lane and then chase them. You don't even get any objective. You need to be wise when it comes to the objective, especially we're talking about a very high cooldown spell, metamorphosis. What do you think? So when it comes to the itemizations though, I think it's only just because you're comfortable with it, in which I cannot blame you. Your reasoning behind your manta style is not seen in the game, because you said you could go for manta style just to push the lanes further, but you did not even use manta style just to push. Yeah, it's counter. It's really you're really countering yourself. Like you said, you went manta just to push. It didn't happen. They have Timber, they have Lina. You still pick Terrorblade. You still counter yourself. So yeah, you need to ask yourself what will be the consequences. How they will punish you for your greed. Yeah. I didn't expect them to burst it easily. Dude, they will really burst it easily. I mean, it's a really case to case basis. Okay, it really is case to case basis. There are good things about Mandacell. There are good things about Sanjin Yasha. It really depends on the draft. Okay, but to me in that draft, it's gonna be better if you go for Sanjin Yasha, because they have a very limited stun, and there's no good spell that you need to dispel. Like only with the Aghanims on Void Spirit, but I'm actually thinking that you will go for BKB after Skadi, but you went for Aghanims, which is another interesting item choice, because yeah, you can fear them away and then they will just run. But where's the lockdown? Right? Where is the lockdown? Have you didn't even notice that when you use metamorphosis, they'll just run away and then you cannot get a kill? You didn't notice? Because the draft itself of your team is actually bad, because the only stun that you have is Enigma. That's it. That's the lockdown that you only have. Only black hole of Enigma. And then you'll just scare them away. That's it. So yeah, draft communication. That's biggest weakness of you as well. You're just following the commands of the team. I mean, let's say that your Lycan or your bounty hunter is saying that we fight here in the mid. You didn't say anything, you just followed. It's bad. What you can say is over mic or even in the type or with a ping, tell them that metamorphosis is on cooldown. At least they will have idea that your metamorphosis is on cooldown. Therefore, they will adjust their strategy or their plan to go to the mid tier 2 and fight, right? Because you have double damage, but you don't have metamorphosis. You're just a walking creep. Remember what happened there? You just sender the Lycan, because you cannot do anything. You cannot do any damage, right? Because you don't have metamorphosis, and then they're just running away. So communication, another thing that you need to work on, Hansel. Itemization, communication, draft. And then macro movement. When it comes to the map, like space creating thing, abuse the space. Objectives over kills, pretty much. Because if you prioritize kills and then no objectives, they'll just respawn. But if you prioritize objectives, the towers will never respawn. And then you will have more space to farm around the map. So yeah, those are the things that you need to work on, Hansel. I hope that you will improve your gameplay after this session. and please tell me what happened. Like play a game or two and then give me a feedback on the replay analysis. Or even today, you can give me a feedback like right now and see if just to tell me if the analysis is helpful or insightful or not. And also if I'm rude or whatnot, include it in there. I'll take it. So yeah, I mean you're immortal now. You need to play like Immortal. Because if you don't play like Immortal, they will really abuse you. They will really report you, and then they will really win against you. There's a lot of people out there that I saw that they're trying so hard getting 6K, but they cannot really maintain it. And they always blame the teammates because of it. It's a good thing that you ask for help. It takes courage for someone to seek for help. I applaud you. Thank you for your time, Hansel.